Hello everyone and welcome to the Total Rollout. Today we're going to be talking about the Xbox One and more specifically how it's looking pretty bad. And I don't really want to be a slagger off of Xbox. I've had my 360 for quite some time now, but I cannot honestly say I'm happy with what's going on right now. So yep, we're going to dig this up a little bit and have a little look. So first thing we're going to do is actually analyze some data I've been given. Now I'm probably going to put the link to this data in the description, but if I don't, it's this is important, it's a unconfirmed list of some of the features to do with Xbox. Now some of these are actually confirmed, but most of them aren't, but it's pretty much what we can grasp. So the first thing is that you can't play games unless you're connected to the internet once every 24 hours. Now, this is going to affect some more than others. And okay, I'm going to put you in a scenario here where you're going on holiday to a coastal place with not very good internet or phone signal, and you just got the new Xbox One. You think, well, I'm on holiday. I'm just going to bring my One. I'm going to play with it. I'm going to play some games. So you're sitting down in the evening, and then you're like, oh, it hasn't connected. I can't play anything. So if you're not connected once in the 24 hours, if you're unable to connect, your games will not function at all. And that includes single-player games. Now, again, I'm not sure if this is confirmed or not, but come on, Microsoft. Come on. Is this really necessary? Really? And I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to combat all the people who are going to be freeloading games, that kind of stuff, piracy. And I understand how that is important for your company, but restricting people who aren't going to have a good internet connection is literally just singling out people, and that's not a nice thing to do. I mean, you know, I've got friends who have really poor internet, and if it can't connect once every 24 hours, are they just not going to have to play their games? Is that they're not be able to play them? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I think this is going to be one of the biggest problems, actually, the whole internet thing. And yes, I know it's better than having to connect all the time, but I mean, still, come on, let's be real, guys. It doesn't need to connect once every 24 hours. Why they're doing this, or if they're doing it, is still completely undisclosed, but it has to be a bloody good reason for me to kind of accept this. Next thing you can't do is disconnect the Kinect sensor. Now this has caused some controversy recently, hasn't it? The whole Kinect spying on you shenango. And yeah, I can understand this infuriate some people, because, you know, if you've got something that's always recording you, that's always on, always watching you, it is marginally creepy, and I think we can all say that is the case. It is a very creepy thing to have, you know, while you're sleeping, if you've got your Xbox in your room, knowing it's recording you or looking at you while you sleep. That's going to be definitely something that's going to put me off getting an Xbox One. I'm not sure about you guys. You know, I don't think this is too much of a big deal, but yeah, I'd rather my console didn't watch me while I slept. That is a big turn off. So you can't lend games, rent games, or trade games freely. Now we know about this, don't we? This has been circulating around for a while now, the whole used games issue. And yeah, that's going to be a bugger, but to be honest, I've seen it happening for quite a while. I thought in the next generation, buying used games just isn't going to happen. And I can understand it, I think. I can understand why they're doing that. It is a massive, massive fall on consumers, I have to say, but out of all these options, the consumer always kind of comes last. If you think about, I mean, I don't want to turn this into a used games rant, but all these situations, you know, if games stores like GameStop, Game in the UK, forcing down your throat used games, it's just like, you know, I can understand that publishers, companies, they don't like this kind of thing, and especially for smaller games, that's going to be a problem. So I can see that the whole trading games is going to be an issue, and I'm sure they're going to sort something out that's going to make that possible. Maybe not as easy as it is now, but still possible, so that's not too big of an issue for me. Lend games, yeah, I mean, I always like lending games to my friends, hey, dude, come over, let's play. Okay, I'll bring my games with me, You bring a massive pile of games and then blah, 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 everything's fine. Yeah, that's not going to happen now without a little bit of a fee. So, yeah, I don't like this. I really, really don't. But, again, I can kind of see what Microsoft are doing and why they're doing it. But it still sucks for the consumer, and there's pretty much no way we can get around this. Everything is bad for us as gamers, You can't lend games to your mates, you can't rent games, that kind of thing. It's all bad for us, but in the future, I think it's going to benefit companies to a greater extent than it is at the moment. We're going to be seeing more companies maybe having a higher budget now because everyone's buying new. That might be a good thing. And yeah, I think this is probably the step that has to be made, but everyone's saying, no, we don't like this. And yeah, I get that too. I don't like this either, but let's just bear with it and see what said at E3. That's going to determine a lot, isn't it, what's said at E3, but yeah, let's wait and see what's said there. Only pre-approved retailers can accept your trade-ins. No independent game shops. Since there is less competition, you'll get less trading credit. Okay, so there will be independent game shops. That's just false. GameStop's just not gonna stop. It's gonna continue somehow. Only pre-approved retailers can accept your trade-ins. Yeah, okay. So basically, I think Microsoft are gonna see the game shops like GameStop, GameStation, that kind of shop, and say, okay, you guys can do trade-ins. All other shops you can't, or something along those lines. And that might be a nice way to slowly bring the consumers in on the whole shenango. It's probably one of the best ways I can think about that happening. Sell games freely. In order to sell a game to someone, you must have been friends with them for over 30 days. The game is then locked to that user forever. They will not be able to sell it afterwards. Okay, this I have a problem with. Microsoft, if you're gonna allow people to sell games, yeah, you can't say that the person you're selling to has a bigger disadvantage than the person who bought it originally. And say I friend someone on my new Xbox, I friend them, and I say, right, let's wait 30 days and I'll sell you this game. And I give it to them for a couple of quid cheaper, or a couple of dollars in the USA. I say, okay, you can have it. Say I bought it for $60. I say you can have it for $55. They say, oh, okay, that's cheaper than buying it new. I'll do that. So I give it to them, and then they can't sell it on. And seeing as it was $5 different, I don't like that. That seems to be a bit of a problem in my eyes. I think if you're gonna go down that route, where you're going to allow people to trade online and do deals with each other, you have to make it equal playing ground. And if someone pays a little bit extra for your game, that's just how it has to be. I can just see how this is going to it's just not going to be fair on some people. And that's a shame. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I think that could definitely be resolved, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they say about this whole thing at E3, to be honest. That's what it depends on, E3, all of it. I'm going to do a little video after E3 and we'll see PS4 news, Xbox news, but at the moment, and I really hate saying this, but my expectations of the Xbox are dropping. And that sucks, When the Xbox One was announced, I thought, oh, Xbox, PS4, which one am I going to get? This is going to be, it's going to be a tough PR battle, pretty much. But Microsoft have just picked themselves to pieces in the first weeks. I know most of this stuff is started by online rumors, that kind of thing, but you have to prepare for that as a PR front. Yeah, you have to understand that stuff's going to happen, and you have to combat it. They're literally adding kindling to the fire that has already been started. Yeah, you don't have to connect for 24 hours a day, but it will need once every 24 hours. Yeah, it's just not. People are like, it's either going to be 24 hours or it's not. And then they're kind of like going half and half, and oh god, it's just a massive, massive disaster on Microsoft PR front. I think a couple people need to be fired, and by a couple I mean most. But yeah, no, I honestly hope the Xbox One is a very good console, and I hope it sells well. Actually, no, I don't hope. I know it will. I think no matter what happens, half these people who are insulting it right now will end up buying it, because a lot of things will be resolved in E3, definitely, and people will start saying, oh, it's not so bad, and once one person's bought it, then your friend's got it, and, everyone will start buying it again. And I'm sure this time, in a couple of years, we'll forget all this ever happened, but at the time being, it's very present, especially here on YouTube. It's everywhere. So I hope you guys like my little analysis of the Xbox One's big features, well, downsides of big features. I hope to do a couple more of these series, maybe extend it on the Total Lol Out channel. So yeah, subscribe if you like it. Oh, and also, I just want to say, all the views and opinions expressed in this video are my own. I do not in any way wish to force my views upon you. If you want to get the Xbox, go ahead and get it. Tell me how it is. Send me a message, This is just how I feel at the moment. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and have a great day.